ADAJ3, my boy Adnan. Which modern footballer would you like to see have a movie or documentary of him? Happy holidays. Great question, man. Great question. That's a great question. Movie or documentary made of him? Which modern footballer? There's a documentary made about Ronaldo, which I saw already. Messi, I didn't see any documentary on Messi. But a documentary on a footballer, let me see. Oh, man. I don't know, man. Seriously. I don't know. I really don't know. This one is a tricky question. It's a good question. It is a good question, but I don't know how to answer this question, though. Because I don't really watch a lot of documentaries on footballers like that. Maybe I should, but I don't like to keep everything like all football. You know what I'm saying? I like to just watch other stuff sometimes. I watch way too many football games in the first place, so when I come home, I'm not really gonna watch something football-y again, you know? But documentary, you'll have to find a very interesting football player with a great story, and that'll make a great documentary. But who would that player be? Who would that player be? That's the thing. That is the thing. It's really hard to think about. I can't answer that question, bro. I really can't. You know, Random Taylor. Any life advice / wisdom, harsh realities about life you're better off accepting, and what's your favorite song? Oh, I knew this Q&A was gonna get real. Any life advice or wisdom? Okay, life advice. If there's something that you want to accomplish in life, start working on it today and just keep trying. Keep working at it. Even if it takes you 5 years, it's gonna be yours. But you have to start. And my life is testament to that, because I could remember when I was in college doing nothing, didn't know what I wanted to do, and then something happened while I was on a job, and I'm like, listen, man, I gotta leave college and I gotta do something. I gotta get a trade. And I was thinking about doing air conditioning and cooling, and then the school was in Jersey, and I'm like, nah. And then the other school was in Manhattan, and I'm like, nah, I don't like the building. And then bam, I saw automotive. And I'm like, whoa, maybe I should try automotive, you know. I was never into cars, but I'm like, I know I'm good with my hands and I'm very, technical. And I'm like, you know what, let me go at this. Bam. When I was in college, I was making going to school and working $16,000 a year. I was young, but still. And then I chose to do automotive. Then it went up to like $24,000 a year, to 30 something, to 40 something, 50 something, 60 something, 70 something, and more. I could make way more than I'm making right now, but I don't try to kill myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't try to kill myself. I could make 100,000 easy, but I don't try to kill myself. I make around 75 to 100,000 a year, but I don't mean to tell you guys all my business or anything, but still, we're keeping it real here in the Q&A. We're keeping it real, but it's just a life lesson that don't give up. Don't say ain't nothing here for me or whatnot, or blame the government or whatnot. You just set your eyes on something, but make sure it's realistic. Don't have visions of or delusions of grandeur. Just set your eyes on, your sights on something simple that you think is achievable and go for it. Take it in steps and you will get there eventually. If there's something you want to get good at, start today. It's like I can remember when I first started YouTube, go back, watch those videos, and I was like, oh my God. You think I couldn't do this 3 years ago? I couldn't do this. I couldn't sit here and talk to the camera and be real and, be emotional. Maybe I could have put on an act or something, but now it's all from here, I don't know how else to do it. But it takes time. And that is some advice, some wisdom for you. Harsh realities about life that you're better off accepting. Look, you better accept that it's a dog-eat-dog world out here. Not all the time, but out here in a capitalistic society, it's every man for themselves. Seriously, I've witnessed it many times. You have a job, you go there, you do your job to the best of your ability, and you come home, and you repeat, and you try your best, and you repeat. You know what I mean? People try to ruffle your feathers. Relax. Remember what you're there for. You're there to make money, to help your situation, to better your situation. You know what I mean? You're just part of the system. They will do without you. They could do without you. Go on vacation for 2 weeks and come back. Your job is still running smoothly. They don't need you. Maybe they pretend they do, but they don't need you. If you leave, they'll be okay. Maybe they'll struggle for 2 weeks, but they'll catch themselves. So that's just something that you need to accept. What's my favorite song? I have a lot of favorite songs, and I really appreciate you asking this question. I have a lot of favorite songs, but one of my favorite songs, like for this year, is a song I discovered. It's an old song from 2019. 2019 is just there. It's not that old, but it's a song called No Idea from Don Toliver. That's an artist associated with Travis Scott. So I really like that song, I really, really like that song. I'm not going to sing it or anything, but you could go check it out. That song is nice. That song hits me. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So that's that. That is that. Khaled Abu Omar. Are you realistic about your chances to beat Real Madrid in the Champions League? Oh, Hala Madrid. Realistic in my chances? Guys, man, we ain't beating Real Madrid. And I'm going to keep saying that if we beat Real Madrid, I'm going to be surprised. I'm going to be ecstatic. And you'll see my reaction when it happens. But we ain't beating Real Madrid. So you'll see my reaction when that happens too. It's round of 16. We out in the round of 16 this season. This season ain't going to be the best. We may win the Carabao Cup, which, a lot of people don't even respect. And they're thinking about getting rid of that competition. So that's one trophy less for us next season. And we could win the FA Cup too, and that's not even guaranteed. We ain't winning the Champions League. We ain't even getting past Real Madrid. But if we do, hell yeah, I'll be celebrating. Muhammad Imran. How do we stop racism in football? What is your opinion about Croatian League? You can't stop racism in football because there's people from all walks of life with different ideologies, with different upbringings, with different philosophies, with different outlooks on life. And some people don't like black people, some people don't like white people, some people don't like Jews, some people don't like Muslims, and it all, it's the same thing. It's race. It's racism. Whatever race, I'm not saying Muslim is a race, but it's a religion, but then it ties into race too. So you can't get it out of the sport. You can't. You have to get it out of society first. Get it out of society, and then it'll get out of the sport. Otherwise, it's not going anywhere. It ain't going anywhere. Because racism could be subconscious too. And racism could be black against white. It could be black against Indian or black against Asian, like, you know, like Chinese or Japanese or Korean or whatnot. So, and I said Asian and Indian, that India isn't Asia, but you understand what I mean. You understand what I mean. But still, yeah, you can't get rid of it. You could try to suppress it, you know, by banning people and scaring the other races, but you ain't gonna get rid of it because it's gonna be in people's subconscious. Can't get rid of it. You can't. You know, not because you won't find racist incidents at certain stadium, it means that the people in the stadium aren't racist. You know what I mean? Some people just have this way about them. They just, you know, for example, some white people just don't like black people. It's just something about these people. Like, you know, and there's some black people don't like white people either. So, yeah, you know, it goes vice versa. And, you know, there's what's going on over there in Italy. You know, how are you going to get rid of racism in football? Or how are you going to get rid of racism you can't get rid of it. You can't. In order to get rid of racism, the whole human race has to die off and a new species has to rise, and then for racism to be like annihilated from our society. Otherwise, it's gonna stay. It's gonna stay. What is your opinion about the Croatian league? It's an okay league. I saw a few games from the Croatian league, but I don't watch it anymore. I'm too preoccupied these days. I don't watch it anymore. But it's a league dominated by Dinamo Zagreb. You know, and then Dinamo Zagreb use the Croatian league as, you know, their scouting ground. They get the best players from the other clubs and then they strengthen themselves, win the league again, go in Europe, make more money, and then that's just how it is. You know, that's basically what it is. And they fire their managers like every other week. And, you know, I would love to see a match live in Croatia, but, you know, it's just another lower league. It's a weak league. 15th or 17th in Europe. You know, but ain't nothing that special about the league, to be honest. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I'm not going to say that it's fun and entertaining to watch. Most of the stadiums are empty most of the time, so yeah. We also have another question by Football Divisions. How do we stop racism in football? I just answered it. You can't. It can just be suppressed. And you could just scare people into not being racist at matches, but it's still there. Uganda Knuckles. Dominic, also, can you make videos about CAF Champions League and leagues in Africa, Moroccan League, Egypt League, etc.? And please react to the Casablanca derby between Wydad and Raja. It's an insane derby. There was one that was insane that ended 4-4, and the winner went through on penalties, which was Raja. Raja was also in the 2000 Club World Cup final against Bayern Munich in Morocco. Bro, love your enthusiasm. I would love to follow African football and make videos on the channel, but I don't have the time, man. I could do this in my spare time. I watch other football and follow other leagues in my spare time, and maybe once in a while if I do one of those compilation vlogs, I'll throw in something. But otherwise, I just can't, bro. I really can't. I'm willing, but I'm weak. I just can't. Seriously. I would love to, but I hope you understand. I can't. Because if I do it and then I get a 10,000, 15,000 views, then I want to do it again. And then, the whole channel will become about this. And then I'll just lose the whole plot. You know, but I can't. But thank you. Here I have another question. Hi, Dominic. I have 2 questions. Oh, more questions, bro. Who's your favorite Moroccan player? Well, Hakim Ziyech, favorite Moroccan player, or Ashraf Hakimi. But I like Ziyech more. That, you know, he's a creative player and all. And I see more of him when he plays for Ajax because I watch more Ajax games in the Champions League in the past than I did Borussia Dortmund game. But I do like Hakim Ziyech as a player. I don't know why he's still at Ajax though. Who do you think will qualify for the World Cup from Africa? Thank you again, Dominic. Oh man, I don't think it's not fair for me to reveal my picks yet. And it's hard to pick the teams from Africa that's going to qualify. I could tell you some teams that I would like to see qualify. But okay, some teams that I think are going to qualify for sure. Algeria should qualify. They missed the last World Cup. They should qualify, definitely. Senegal, so Algeria, Senegal. Nigeria should make the cut again. And I'm going to just leave the rest to your imagination. But those three should be in good shape to make the World Cup again. They have the players and they have the quality. So I'm going to just leave it at 3. The rest 2, take your pick. So he says, thank you again, Dominic. No problem. The obvious girl asks, could you please speak to how all the media and pundits are so against Man City? I heard you mention it on your match reaction. Well, when we win, it's like people don't want to see us win. It's like it's no big deal. They just say the usual things like, attractive football and City, they are at it again and blah, 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 blah. But it's like when we lose, opposition fans, they love it. Pundits, they want to just talk about how Guardiola has basically lost the plot. He did lose the plot, but it's like they love it. They love it. It's big news. It is big news. It is such big news that when City lose, it's more of a big deal than when they win. And I see it from my own video analytics. If we win a game, even if we spank a team like Chelsea, 6-0, 6-1, whatever, I put out a video on that, it doesn't do well. But we lose to Norwich, oh man, that video gets, let's say 12,000 views, which is good numbers for a small YouTuber like myself. And from those analytics, I could tell that people go crazy. And if I could get 12,000 views, think about how much the bigger platforms get when we lose. Because they want to hear Pep Guardiola's reaction. They want to see my reaction. They want to just see my face and, how I feel when we lose and, in your face, So, yeah, there's a whole agenda against Manchester City. People don't like us. People don't like the way we came to prominence. They like to use the oil money thing, and it's a takeover. A lot of clubs get taken over. Face it. A lot of clubs get taken over, but then taken over by who? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I don't mean to get controversial or anything, but let's say Manchester City was taken over by some group owned by some rich white guy. It wouldn't have been a big deal. But the fact that the Arabs took over Manchester City, PSG, they would always be criticized. Remember that. Remember that. But yeah, let us move on. Agunzi LFC. What made you move to the US? Is that where you still stay? Oh, we got some good questions. This Q&A is the best Q&A I've ever done. It's the best Q&A I've ever done. Seriously. You guys ask some really, really good non-footballing questions, and I love it. What made me move to the USA? Well, my parents were in the USA. I never lived with my parents for the first 16 years of my life. So when I came to the USA, it was the first time. It wasn't the first time I was seeing them, but it was maybe like the 5th time I had seen my mom. Yeah, around the 5th time I seen my mom. And my dad, that was only like the 3rd time I seen my dad or so. I could recall. They left when I was 1, migrated to Canada and then United States, and that's why I came. I came to meet my parents. And I only have one living parent. My mom passed away in 2015. R.I.P. mom. Cancer sucks. And, now I'm an adult. But yeah. And I still live in the USA, New York to be exact. Okay, so good question. Thanks. Amadou Sai, which Liverpool player will you take to put in your Manchester City team? Virgil van Dijk. For sure. I'll take him right now. For free too. Yeah, so Van Dijk. We need defenders. And Van Dijk used to be linked to Manchester City. Pep Guardiola wanted Van Dijk. Snubbed us. And you know what I was thinking today? Matthijs de Ligt was wanted by Pep Guardiola. Snubbed us. So those two defenders we could have had, they both snubbed us. So yeah, I'll take Van Dijk. The obvious girl asked again. If you weren't making videos about football, or you had to make videos about something other than football, what content would it be? Well, before this channel, I was actually making some content on YouTube with my wife. Well, then she was my girl. It was mostly like little challenges and fun stuff, you know, just exploring YouTube. And then we started reacting to Brazilian music videos in general. And had to deal with all that copyright stuff. And then it was like, you know, and my wife got pregnant. And then it was like, it was hard to like, you know, get the videos done because she was pregnant. And then she had the baby and then it was impossible to do that. But if I have to make any other content, it would be that, or I could see myself just talking about stuff that's going on in the world and giving my unpopular opinions on these things, you know, because I could give a lot of unpopular opinions. But yeah, that's what I would do on YouTube. But I like, there's a lot of things that I like that I have interest in. Like I love movies, I love music, you know what I mean? And I love just talking about regular stuff. You know, I could talk about anything. Brandon Venables, you have great opinions and very unbiased. Keep up the good work, bro. Thank you very much. It's not a question, but thanks for the compliment. Ambrose Guy asks, rank these players: Salah, De Bruyne, Kane, Marcus Rashford, Aubameyang, Tammy Abraham. Okay, so it's gonna go from De Bruyne, Salah, Aubameyang, Kane, Rashford, Tammy Abraham. Thanks for the list that you wanted me to rank. But yeah, Nikola Radulovic says, huge fan of the channel, by the way, smiley face. And he asks, do you think Messi is ever gonna win an international tournament? Well, what CONMEBOL did for Messi for 2020, where there will be, you know, a 2019 and a 2020 CONMEBOL Copa America, is that they give Argentina hosting rights, like a co-host. Argentina hosts the southern part of the tournament and Colombia hosts the northern part, which improves Argentina's chances of actually winning it because they will be playing as one of the hosts. So this is Messi's chance to win a Copa America. But he's only 32. Could well play till he's 36, 37. So he has time. But he better do it quick because, you know, you never know who's going to be around him to help him win a trophy. But I think he will. He will win one before he retires. And I have a sneaky feeling Argentina could win the 2020 Copa America if Brazil slips up, that is. Or Colombia, who's one of the hosts as well. But great question.